Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Turf Paradise here on Monday. It is the 10th of February 2020. Gonna look at the 8th race from Turf Paradise, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kit 5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and join me this Saturday for my Risen Star preview video from the fairgrounds. Looks like it's going to be an excellent card there, and I like how they draw those races like a week in advance or 3 months in advance, so it gives you that extra time to really go over every single horse in the race. So join me Saturday for my Risen Star preview, and also next Monday for my Southwest preview from the Oaklawn. Almost at the fairgrounds again, but it's from Oaklawn. But let's get to the 8th from Turf Paradise. Very interesting race. Claim race purse, $8,500 race for 4-year-olds and upwards. Never won a race since November the 10th of 2019, which never won 4 races. Claim price $62.50. Field of 10 horses going the distance of ground here of 1,600 meters, with the distance of ground of 1 mile on the on the turf course. 1,600 meters, 1 mile turf course. Rails at 14 feet, so the rails are up, and not as far as out as they were last week, but they are still up. Top selection, I'm going to go with a little bit of shot here. The 6-horse Spirit Mission. We'll go 6-2-3-8 in the superfecta. 6-2-3-8 super. Top selection, 6-horse Spirit Mission. This 5-year-old gelding by Scat Daddy. Alex Anaya gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came the 8th of January here at Turf Paradise. 1 mile, claiming a 5, non-2Y, and the horse finished third by 4.5 lengths. He stepped back early. He had a decent turn of foot late. It wasn't a bad run. He definitely proved out the race before. I like they're going to bring this horse back to lawn, where he's run these decent races in the past, and I just think he's sitting on a very good run. Prior to that, 2 back on the 18th of December here at Turf Paradise, 1 mile off the turf, or 1 mile in the claiming 6-250, and the horse finished 6th by 5.5 lengths and had nothing that day, never quickened up. It was just a very weird run. And then before that, at Turf Paradise a month earlier, 1 mile in the claiming 6-250, that was off turf. He finished 2nd by 4.5 lengths. He had a horrible start, was very, very wide, and that's an understatement that day. The Racing Form comment line has it 9 wide, but it was even wider than that. I guess they didn't want to save up the font for to put 10 wide, the extra character, but he was stupid wide that day. He was closing up late. If he had a better trip, even if he was, say, 4 wide, he probably would have won, but since he was so wide throughout and had a horrible start, it was just more of a trip that wasn't his fault that day on the 2nd of December. And then prior to that, he ran the 11th of November, his most recent lawn race, 7.5 furlongs here at Turf Paris, and claiming 8. Finished 8th by 10.5 lengths. Horrible start, never really recovered, also wide throughout. But something with this horse, he needs to be forwardly placed. If he's forwardly placed on this turf course today, I think that's going to do wonders, because there's a little bit of a bias this meeting at Turf Paradise. When the rails are out, even when the rails are down, but when the rails are out, the speed's been holding up. If this horse could go wire to wire, or sit even a little bit closer to the front end, I think he could do well. His most recent victory came at Canterbury back on the 27th of June. 1 mile off turf and claiming 16, and 1 by 3, and on the front and all throughout, he just went off clear. Even before that, in the lawn at Canterbury, 7.5 and claiming 16, and finished 2nd by 2.25 lengths. He stalked all the way around the race course. The winner just had a little bit better trip, but he didn't run bad at all. He's run decently on this turf course at 10-1. If he's forwardly placed, I'll be very happy at the top of the lane for this one. So to recap my selection for the 8th from Turf Paradise, let's take the 6-horse Spirit Mission. We'll go 6-2-3-8 in the superfecta. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.